Welcome back, ladies and gangsters. We're in the boat again. Another afternoon trip. I have a good feeling about today. A couple of warm days in the 80s. I know the fish have been getting a little freaky on the beds, so these warm days ain't gonna do nothing but fire them up even more. I got a few rods in the boat, nothing crazy, just 3 rods and my tackle box. So let's go see if we can make something happen. All right, I didn't go far from the launch. I don't find that you have to here. I'm just gonna start off with throwing Justin's favorite bait, the old all white humdinger spinner bait. It's a little more windy than I thought it would be this afternoon. It wasn't calling for much wind, but that's all good. So as soon as I pull it up, I saw some bait fish working, or bass working bait fish over here. And I'm actually working my way down. There's a couple of great little dead end canals up here. I just know sometimes the main bayou will hold more fish, sometimes the canals will hold more fish, you know. We ain't got none of that fancy live scope to rely on. We got good old fishing skills, patterning fish and figuring out where they are at certain times of year. Got an old dog come and check me out. See if we can't catch this old fish. Oh, look at that. Oh, I missed him right there. Right as I was saying that, too. That was a good little bass, too. He was hanging out right on that pole right there. And, you know, missed the first fish of the day. That's right on par for me. It's all right. We'll find another one. He ain't gonna be the only dumb one of the day, I promise. Look, just as I said that, he ain't gonna be the only dumb one. This is a good fish. Good fish. Let's go. So I missed that first one, and this could be the same dude here. I'm not really sure. Could be the same fish, but just working that old spinnerbait. And he was right on that back pole. The first one I missed was on the front pole. Pretty bass, nice fish. Great way to start the day. It's been what, like 3 minutes? Hold on, let me look at the camera. Yeah, 3 minutes and 45 seconds. That's all it took. And I'm literally idling distance from the boat launch. That ought to tell you that warmer weather's got these fish worked up. And I mean, that's a nice little bass, you know, start the day. See you, dude. And this canal can get real shallow in here, so we'll see if we can get back in it and fish or not. Seems like every time I come in this little set of cuts right here, I always catch a couple. And like I said, the water's up a little bit today, but see that bass? Oh, he come off that stick and tried to eat it. I threw it on his head though. You know, I throw this spinnerbait on it's a garfish. I throw this spinnerbait on a 6'10" rod, short rod, because it enables me to get up underneath the treetops and make these little, I don't know if you want to call them finesse casts, but more accurate casts underneath low-hanging structure. And sometimes I do that and get a backlash. But I do feel like these shorter rods help you spinnerbait fishing, just to make a little bit more accurate cast up underneath structure. And you know, a lot of the time that's where you're trying to put your spinnerbait, is underneath. I can't tell if that's a garfish or a bass hitting that thing. I'll throw it in there again, see if he'll hit it. So I had a couple of bites right in the front of here, so I'm liking it so far. There's one. Oh, look at that. That right there. I don't know, this is a warmouth technically. We call it a goggle eye here in Louisiana. They get bigger, they're actually pretty good eating. Actually really good eating, but he's too small. But I'm not keeping it anyways today. We'll let him go. could have been what was hitting my spinnerbait in the beginning of this canal. It's those little guys. Just gonna work this thing back all the way, and hopefully these people back here don't give me any problems. Most people around here are pretty nice about fishing around their docks and stuff, so I'm not too worried about it. There's one. Skinny little dude. I'll set him back. God, immediately. Like the same freaking size. Little dude, he's peeing all over me. Sore underneath him. Gross. Immediately. That was crazy. Ooh. Oh God. Oh, I got him. Nice fish. Every time I come back here. You ever want to catch bass off your dock, just throw a spinnerbait. I swear, every time I come back here, I catch 4 or 5 of them. I caught a nice one up front, right on the point. Probably like 2 pounds. Yeah. It's every time, I swear, every time I come back here.
Have a good one, man.
Appreciate it. See y'all later. Nice people. Real nice people. That's awesome. They were just watching. I caught 3 bass right in front of them. I don't think they like that. That's the kind of people I like to see around here, man. Everybody's pretty cool around here. Haven't really had any problems. I just moved out here in July, and I really haven't ran into anybody mean out here. Everybody's been real chill. What's going on, man?
What you doing, Dad?
Oh, nothing much.
Catching fish or what?
I caught 4 out of here already.
Come on.
Yeah, I caught a nice one up on the point, about 2.5 pounds.
You in a tournament on Mondays?
No, I heard about it on Facebook though.
It's Bass Assassin.
Yeah, I mean, shit, you can make it happen. I can make it happen in this one.
That is different. This one's
I'll see you around, brother. All right, well, I just spent about 15 minutes talking to the owner of that camp back there. He was telling me about the little Monday night bass tournaments they have, and basically invited me to come out and fish the little Monday night tournament. So he gave me his number, and he's gonna hook me up with the guy that's like the director of the tournaments, and I guess we'll be filming some tournament fishing. I'll have to get me a little live well made for the boat. They make the little kits you can put in ice chest, so that's probably what I'll do. Convert my little ice chest to a live well and come fish these tournaments with these boys. Be a fun little Monday evening thing to do. Made it to the next spot. Fished here a couple of weeks ago, and I caught quite a few bass back here. Start where I started last time. Guy in a kayak up there. Fellow kayak fisherman. What's going on?
Nothing much. How about you?
Trying to catch some fish.
Hey, I will say, about 5:30, I put on a brown frog.
Yeah.
I started getting so many bites.
Dude.
I can't catch fish on a frog worth shit.
What? Look, speaking of the devil. Little guy, but they love that white spinnerbait, dude, I'm telling you.
Man, his mom's nearby.
Yeah, hopefully. Just like that. Catch another one. I caught one on a frog behind this bulkhead like a week ago. I just had a bite behind the bulkhead on the spinnerbait. Freaking hilarious. I'm actually kind of surprised I haven't caught another one back here yet. I know I'm not done yet, but oh, Speaking of, look at that. Another little goggle eye. Warmouth. Aggressive little guys. I have to come back in here when it warms up a little bit this summer and with the ultralights and try to come catch a mess of those guys. They are very good to eat. I'm gonna try to end the day on a frog bite. Can't really stay super late. I don't have my red and green or white light for my boat. So try to end the afternoon on a good old frog fish. Doesn't get much better than a frog topwater bite. So I've been seeing a ton of stuff hit on topwater around, and I talked to the little guy, little dude in the kayak. He was cool, and he told me he had several bites on his frog. Just couldn't hook up, he said. Which, man, sometimes on a hollow body frog, it's tough to get the hookups. One bad thing I hate about afternoon fishing is, like, you always got to go at some point because it gets dark. Ain't like fishing during the day. You can fish all day. There's one. Oh, that's a good fish too. Oh my God, that's a good fish. Get him in the boat. There it is. Oh my God, what a fish. I know I smoked the camera. Yeah, that's about a 3-pounder. Face full of frog. That's what I was waiting on. I knew eventually I'd find one. And I did. Y'all boys that fished that Monday evening tournament, y'all better watch out, because I am figuring these fish out. I've got them about figured out. And that's a beautiful fish. I don't know if you can tell in my voice, but I'm like shaking. It's such a beautiful eat. Hopefully I can do a little magic editing for you and zoom in on that eat. What a pretty fish though. On the frog, boys, let's go. Oh man. I don't know if you can see my hands shaking, but I always get excited. Those big fish on topwater is like magical. Absolutely magical. That's it. Little spro frog popper. I think this is like leopard color. I don't know. I don't think it really matters on color, but that's it. That's a magic bait right there. Whew. All right, on to the next. Made it back to the house. Man, good little evening fishing trip, man. I'm not mad about it. Caught that one big girl. She seemed like she was spawned out. Caught her on a frog, and I strive every time I go fishing. I want to catch one good one on a frog every time I go. So I did that today. We caught a few fish, made a couple of friends on the water. That's always a good time. And honestly, it's starting to look like our spawn is right at like the tippy top of the spawn right now. That big fish I caught, she seemed like she was already spawned out. So I'm sure the next few weeks is just gonna get ridiculous with bass fishing, depending on the weather. I mean, everything's warming up. I looked at the extended forecast. We got a lot of 80-degree days coming up here in southeast Louisiana. So that gets me both excited and a little worried. You know, I got ate up by mosquitoes today. I'm literally, you should see my ankles and my legs. It's terrible. But the fish are spawning. I think some of them are done, like that big fish I caught today. And some of the younger ones are starting to come up, and you know, the smaller fish are starting to come up on the beds. So I think the next few weeks is going to get wild. I think it's going to get western, and we're going to catch some really good fish. Also, talked to a guy today about fishing Monday evening tournaments. So let me know what you think in the comments. Should we video those tournaments and try and go win some on Monday nights? I think we should. If you enjoyed the video, guys, it helps the channel out a lot. If you like the video, and subscribe. I know you hear this all the time on YouTube, but it really does help us. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. Appreciate you sticking around with me today. I'll see you next time.